Welcome to another episode of the DorkLair Collecting live stream. Chris and Larry couldn't make it tonight, but we have a sub with Joe Gonzalez. What's going on, my man?
Oh man, just excited to be here. Always enjoy talking about Legion. Super excited to dig into this Armory experience and see how much money I'm going to be spending at LegionCon on this. So
yeah, this is going to be quite. I don't even have any other. I said like this plus other news, but I don't even have anything else to talk about really. It's just
there's other news.
I know.
Yeah.
there was the Mezco Dark Knight or the Dark Knight Batman. And there's a couple Transformers things, but I'm just like, all I can think about is the Armory experience. Cause that to me was something else. You know what I mean? It was just such a different experience than anything else you can ever have. It was so cool.
Yeah, I'm a completist collector, of course, so I wanted to get everything, and I didn't. Coming into last year's Armory experience, I didn't have a good enough plan. Like I heard afterwards that Brett Stoddard had it, like a spreadsheet with all the parts and what he did and everything. And
he does not mess around.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I can handle it in my head, and then I got there and I didn't. I got like 10 figures at the show, but there's a few thankfully there were definitely some people that were willing to help me, and I grabbed a couple off of eBay, and I was able to track down every build, but it was more work than it should have been. I should have had a little bit more prep,
right.
Going into it.
Well, hopefully this will give you a little head start on it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check in with the chat here. Blake is here. Billy Beige, I sent him the link, but he's working because he deep dove today the same way I did, and he was looking at all the which parts are exclusive and all that stuff, but he's unfortunately working. We got Jake, Jordan, Dan, who some might know as the creator of the War Duke DorkLair splash logo there.
Oh, awesome. Right on.
Cloud is here. JG. Another JG. Jeremy Govier. Freaks. Twizzler. Ryan B. Josh Brown. Who else do we have? J-Mac. Kirby. Kirby said he's working on the link where you can like go in and like build. I'm sure it takes a long time to put together, but he said he's working on it, so that'll be coming eventually.
That was so useful last year.
Seriously.
For real.
Ryan Clark, Steph is here. Amir Kaspar, him in the flesh is
unflesh.
Who else do we have? Charlie, Kevin, James, Tanya. What is up? Viewmaster. Dave Orkin is here. Tibale. Hammertron, Seth, Rick Jones, Slink. Wow, we got a lot of people here. Michael Carter. Sath, Furious Figures. Get through these. Steve Wegling. Lewis. Toy Butter. RP. Mark Markham. Paul Morales. Brian Brink. The other Kirby H. Nate Strong. And Mirko. Alex F. And as always, Joe gifting the 10 memberships. Always appreciated, my friend.
I didn't want to break up the pattern just because I was on the show. So.
Love it. I lost my last check here. Fortress Madamus, El Spooky Zorro, Solo Sinner, Speaking Moistly, And I think that is everyone. Wow, we're already hopping
Heck
early
yeah.
on here.
Busy night. I think there's a lot of people excited for this, Armory
Yeah,
experience.
yeah, man. That live stream last night was awesome. And
Mhm.
did they? Now you were telling me before that you kind of were hopping in and out because you were mostly
Yeah,
listening.
unfortunately, I had to work late last night. So, I was catching what I could when I could, but yeah, I did miss a lot of it.
I know Joe was a little delayed here and there, but I feel like I feel like his camera is like super high quality now. Like I feel like they upgraded to like a high res like awesome camera because
Oh,
it was
right
looking
on.
really
I
sharp.
did I did see some of the screenshots on Instagram today, and they did look pretty good on some of his builds. So yeah,
Yeah, and like
it's a lot
I
of
feel
fun.
like he might have the same camera that Trevor uses for his streams.
Oh,
Just
right on.
the way it was focusing and the way it just looked very similar to the way Trevor's stuff looks on the
Hey,
streams.
right
Kevin
on.
Boots with the $5 super chat. What's up?
Right on.
Eric's here. Eric, we were talking about you before the show because a little bit before you volunteered yourself to DM our group, I had ordered a DMG for myself, and I was telling Joey, "Look, I got a DMG," because I wasn't sure if I was gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
I'm still
It,
gonna read it though. I'm still totally
oh
diving into
yeah.
that book for
Well,
sure.
that's where the magical treasure is in the DMG, and then you can give the wink and the nod. Be nice if we found one of these.
Yeah, right. um, let's see here. Okay, so let's briefly mention. Oh no, you know what? Let's any recent pickups, Joe? Anything lately?
Uh, I wasn't ready. Um, I got more of my test
Test
shots in.
shots? Yeah.
Yeah. Um, you want me to grab them real quick?
Sure. I'll show my
I
stuff.
could.
I'll start showing my
Okay.
stuff off.
All right. I'll be
So
right back.
I picked up um, some Joseph Connors cloth goods. Let me go over to this look here. Now I gotta move my camera, my light over here a little bit. Put this here. Okay. So Joseph Connors. So this is one of the ones that he's currently got on sale in the Cabal. So it's it's like a tabard style like cloth goods tunic type thing. This one's black and green. Very straightforward. Looks awesome. He's got a couple cool ones. I saw one that was I think it was red and black, and it matched. He had it on a Silver Knight, and it matched the Silver Knight plume, like like pretty much perfectly. It looked awesome. But there's that on. Speaking of Armory, on one of my Armory builds from last year, and then he also very generously took a request from me. So if you remember my White Knight I had wanted I wanted something that wasn't a Templar like cloth goods for the tabard and stuff. And when this came in, so I asked him for something white, stark white, because that's a very stark white. It's a much different white than some of the other whites. And then with some silver on it, some silver detailing. So when that came in, it came in the same day as my Silver Knights. So I put it on there first, and I think it looks phenomenal. I need to put a helmet topper on there, but I didn't want to put
Oh
the red
man,
plume on.
that
I want
is
to.
really good. That looks really good.
Yeah, it came out great. I think the white on silver with the silver filigree is just awesome. So go
That
check
is.
out Joseph Connors in the Cabal. He's on Instagram. Hang on, let me find out. Let me remind myself what his handle is
The
on
seamsmith,
IG.
right?
Yes, the Seamsmith. Yep, the Seamsmith. So go check him out. Good stuff. And then the other things I got were some Star Wars figures.
Oh, awesome.
So I think we were streaming on the Saturday Day Live with Eric LeBron.
Hmm.
actually, all of this stuff is Saturday Day Live Hedgehog related. And Eric was like, "Hey, I have these old droid," and I think we were talking about Disney, and he's like, "I have all these old Droid Factory figures. If you want them, they've just been sitting in my collection." So he sent me the
Oh,
rainbow. I
awesome.
don't know what year this was. Um, but then this one is the 2017 Halloween one.
Nice.
Yeah, so two of those from LeBron
Very cool.
to add to my 3 3/4 collection. And I
Awesome.
love droids. And then Hedgehog and I did a trade, and this involved a test shot.
Ooh.
And Hedgehog got the
Oh,
HasLab Cantina, and I did not get the HasLab Cantina, but I really wanted, especially Greedo, but I really wanted those creatures from that set. So
mhm.
I traded him a test shot, the Monkey King one, and I got Greedo,
Awesome.
and I got Leeds,
Very
and I
cool.
got Wooher right here.
Very
And
cool.
so I'm at that point where it's like you get the unpunched card and it's crisp and tight and everything. You're like, do I open it? I am probably gonna open all these ones.
Yeah, that leads with the actual articulation in his arms. I have the
Yeah.
old version, where it was just a solid cast arm, and that
Yep.
that articulation on the multiple arms will be fun to mess around with.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I just it's such a weirdo. And we went back and forth about the Tonica sisters,
Oh,
and at one point we were like, maybe you keep a Tonica and I'll get a Tonica, and then like we were like, should we split them up? Is that is that like wrong? And then
right,
finally I was like, you know what? I like the real weirdos more, so give me the weirdos, and you can keep the Tonicas.
right on. Yeah, I had actually considered getting the Cantina just because of those figures, because
Yeah,
they weren't able to do them for so long. Um,
the sisters.
that
Yeah,
that it felt like almost like a special event that they were included with that. Like I didn't
yep,
actually want the Cantina, but I was like, should I? you know,
yeah,
I used to collect Star Wars figures, and that was always a point of interest, in conversations was
yep.
those figures. But thankfully, I talked myself out of it.
I know
Just save money.
Victoria's Cantina
Mm.
is like pumped about it. She's been like banging on that drum. She even interviewed the actress or whatever. Like she interviewed them, and like she was like heavily into like pushing for that to happen, for that
Right
like,
on.
whatever licensing situation they had to deal with, likenesses and stuff. But
Yeah, just seems like these larger companies, if they really want to get things done, they can get things done, and
yeah.
I'm glad that they finally were able to.
Too bad the cantina is locked behind a HasLab. Many, many, many people would enjoy it. Yeah, it's also a tough, tough prospect for a retailer to be like, yeah, you wanna buy a bunch of these and then hope to sell them.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So let me pull you over to this side,
Okay.
bro. There you go.
All right. I'll start with my test shots. I was lucky enough to grab a Torpiculi.
Oh, nice. That looks
Yeah,
awesome in test shop form.
it really does. It really does. I'm a huge fan of this figure, anyways,
Mm,
and you know, it was a tough decision what to go with, but yeah, I think that the Torpiculi was the right choice. I love the wild builds that you can do with this, swapping things around and stuff. So
yep.
that one was really fun. Um, I got myself an Attila, so
Nice.
I want to do this. I want actually I display test shots separately, but I think this one is actually going on my Leodicius display as a statue in his, because I
Yep.
have kind of a throne room display, so I think
Mm-hmm.
this one will look good as like a statue in the throne room.
That's cool.
Um, I got the Father Christmas, and this robe is fantastic, like the gray but with the gold. I don't even know what you'd call it, filigree. I'm not
Yeah.
even sure what it's called, but um,
Hmm.
I actually think I might use the robe for a custom just because I like the look of it so much. And
Yep.
then Curtis gave me the idea of just throwing like a red or a green robe from what, because I always buy a bunch of extras. So um,
Hmm.
the test shot might end up in the standard robe, and I'm probably going to use this on some type of custom
Yeah.
down the line. But that one was really cool.
And I feel like we're at a point where like test shots are semi common enough where it's like, oh yeah, you could totally buy a test shot to like to like swap some parts or like do some do some customizing a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, I think so. I feel like I know that the amounts are limited, but other than a select few of them, a lot of them were up there for quite a while. So I think they had a decent amount,
Yeah.
when they put the sale up, because everything didn't sell out in like 1 or 2 minutes. They were up there for a little while.
And
Everybody
now
had
that there's
a
like
good chance.
so many different test shots out in the wild too,
Right,
it kind of
right,
minimizes that like feeling of like, oh my god, if I mess with this, it's like this precious rare thing. It doesn't seem as precious anymore, It's
right,
still
right.
awesome. They still are very rare and very awesome. They're just not quite as precious as like, they're a little more, I don't know. We're used to them kind of now.
Yeah, yeah. Like I have a Silver Knight test shot from the Kickstarter, the original Kickstarter,
Hmm.
and that one always kind of felt special,
Yeah.
because they were
You
they
don't
were
want to
so
break that one.
limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's kind of like a pride point in my display. So
Yep.
um, I picked up Imbara.
Yep.
I totally missed it when they announced that they lifted the limits, so I didn't jump back on until like way later, and she was like the
She
only
was the
one
last
left.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, I actually like the figure. I know she gets a lot of hate. I'm not sure exactly why, but
I like it
uh,
too.
yeah. So I was totally happy to
How does
get
she
her.
smell? How does the test shot version of her smell? All right. I know a lot of
I can't.
people.
I don't have a great sense of smell, but I can't smell anything. So
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, and I
A
just
lot of
opened her
people had a
yesterday.
super stinky one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like a notorious figure for being smelly, but it's the test shot plastic. It's different.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. I don't. I've opened like 3 or 4 of her too, and I don't think I don't recall ever being like feeling that she was
Yeah. Same with me.
repugnant. Like there might have been a smell, but nothing that I thought, whoa, this is terrible.
Yeah. To me, she just smelled
So,
like I don't know that pleasing smell of like new factory plastic. I don't know, like
right,
it's,
right.
and I
The
remember
new
like
toy smell.
yeah, and I remember
Yeah,
specifically like people being like, "Oh, she reeks," and I like was smelling mine like specifically to be like, "Does mine reek? No, mine smells fine. It smells like vintage Kenner or like Glyos or something."
right, right. Yep. So um, I got an Arachagore, which
Nice.
the clear flames and handle are kind of cool. Like I
That's
really
so
dig those.
interesting that the handle is clear like that.
Yeah, well, it feels like it might be a different plastic. Like it's a super dense plastic. So
Hmm.
I'm thinking maybe the handle was a harder material than the gray parts,
Right.
possibly, and that's why it's clear, because it might have been a different kind of plastic. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but I think that's a
If they did
possibility.
that, I wonder if it could be because like when you have a softer plastic and you have a heavy blade coming off of it, it could be prone to like
Could been,
warping over
yep,
time.
yeah, that's what I was thinking
Could be
for
why.
sure. So,
That's
and
awesome. That's like one of my all-time favorite Legions figures, Rakagor.
absolutely, me too. And I liked it enough that I got the Stavros too.
Nice.
I I was like, should I get 2 of them? And then I was just like, yeah, I totally should. So
Yeah.
and this is another one too. Like his gray soft goods might go on a different Dragoseer,
Yeah.
and I'll throw like the regular one on him
Hmm.
uh, for display,
I still have to
possibly.
open my Stavros. There was like a huge influx of stuff last spring where it was like there's stuff I still haven't opened.
I I am so impatient to get things on display. Like, I don't know, I'm really motivated. Like when I get new stuff, like something that I don't have on the shelf yet, I just want to get it on that shelf so I can just sit back and look at it and like enjoy it.
Yeah.
So, but with those, I like using the official 4 Horsemen stands for all my ogre scale stuff. Cause for me, I think they're the best stands for ogre scale. And I had run out and looking for them online. The best price that I could find was from E-Collectibles out of Canada. Yeah. So since I was ordering from them, I went ahead and got a Knights of the North banner.
Nice.
A C. Jessam banner. I thought that was a pretty neat thing. So I'm looking forward to throwing that in my collection somewhere.
So E-Collectibles sells some CJ stuff?
Yeah, I guess this is just a, since he's Canadian and they're a Canadian company, like this is like an exclusive to their website.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they call it the Knights of the North banner, with the moose on it. So I thought it looked cool. So, and it was made by CJ, so the quality is going to be good. So I went ahead and snagged one of those.
Yeah.
And then lastly, Curtis was nice enough to give me a Paladin Cleric set, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So I made the Cleric, from it and put him on display. But I wanted to do a Paladin also using that head.
Yep.
So I knocked his shield off right before I lifted him up, of course. But I put together this. The shield won't stay on right now. But a Paladin of Aetheron. I had an extra
Gideon.
Yeah. So I took the soft goods and the gunmetal knight from the Armory is like a perfect color match for the Paladin head that comes with the Paladin Cleric.
That's
exclusive.
Nice.
So I put this guy together. I just got some soft goods from eBay, and darn it, I just am drawing a blank.
Is it GPS lot or whatever?
No, it's not GPS lot. It's action figure Armory.
Okay.
And they do some pretty good, cool soft goods on there. I like theirs a lot. Not that I don't spend a fortune on GPS lot, because I do that also, but that this loin piece and the cape are from them. So,
nice. And I noticed you had the Owain. Was that the Owain shield with that?
It was in my bin of parts. Like I have.
I think it's. Hold it up again. Yeah, I think that's Owain shield. That's it.
Owain shield.
That looks awesome on there. That's perfect.
So because I wanted a Paladin of Aetheron, so I really kind of went all out, on that aspect of it. But this was just. I have bins full of. Well, that dresser behind me is just full of extra parts from Legion. So I'll just dig through there and find stuff that I need. But all right, that's it.
Nice. All right, so we can go to this now. So I did want to shout out the 1,000 swigs. It's time to start thinking about it. Like, I don't want to wait till we're a week away from Legions Con and be like, hey guys, don't forget 1,000 swigs, right? Like This is something that a lot of people like to do customs. Pop and swaps, you can, wait till towards the end, but if you want to do a custom, you got to probably start working on it soon. So just a quick reminder that at Legions Con, the 1,000 swigs, it really is it's almost like an art show, It's it's this showcase of. It wasn't quite 1,000 last year. I think we could hit 1,000 this year, but hundreds of swig customs, and just the creativity was off the charts. It was such a cool display to go check out and walk around and see, and just oh man, it was fantastic. So get your swigs going.
There's no bad swigs. You could throw paint at a swig and just blot him, and take him in, and everyone would be thrilled to add that to the 1,000 swigs. It's more about community, I feel like. Like us all getting together and doing something together. Last year I made 12. I had 12 custom swigs that I brought for the show. Unfortunately, I'm a lot busier this year. I probably won't be able to hit that number, but I've got some plans.
Do you still have the 12 to bring, or
I have 10.
Okay.
10 of them I did a Jekyll and Hyde swigs, and just Gina and Terrence, putting this on.
Mhm.
Gina really kept complimenting them, and I just thought it was a nice thing. They worked so hard to put this all together, and make it work, that I gave them the Jekyll and Hyde swigs.
Well, I'm sure those will be back in the mix this year as well. I'm sure they'll bring
Sure.
those.
Yeah, they might bring them to add in,
Yeah.
but I've still got those 10, and I've got some ideas for ones that I want to do. So some fun ones. So,
Nice.
and I think this upcoming Tuesday, and I don't know the exact time, but I think we're doing a New to Mythics show with Terrence and some guest stars to start promoting the 1,000 swigs, and there'll be a bunch of people on there to talk about their swigs and the show and the event. So that'll be a lot of fun. So tune in if you're interested in swigs, the 1,000 swigs.
All right. So the Armory Experience, Legends of the Colosseum, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah. Yes.
So interestingly, they're going with gladiators, right? And one of the interesting parts of this is that you're getting sort of, I think, introducing flesh into the Armory Experience adds a total curveball to the whole thing, right? Like,
absolutely,
because it in some ways opens things up, but it also like limits things in many ways. Yes. So for that reason, this is sort of the like these 6 core starter bodies where you start with the upper body. That is like essentially the extent of the flesh parts.
Right.
And so a little later on, when we kind of get through all of this, I want to talk about the lack of bare legs, which a lot of people are like, upset about, or not. I don't think many people are like upset about it, but they're like, man, I really wish they could have done bare legs. And I'm going to talk about why I think it was probably not possible, or at least not a realistically feasible thing for something that has to be fairly contained to a certain number of bins and not like a mile long selection of stuff.
I think the big one that I heard was the white skin that people wanted leg, because there's no, I think you can kind of fudge it with some other figures to get, fine figures that have legs that'll match some of these other colors, but there's been no white legs so far for the vampires. And there was a few people that mentioned to me that they had wished that they had at least done white legs for the vampire color build. So
yeah. It'll be hard to make a Tarzan without bare legs. Well, Tarzan's not a gladiator, is he? Did he end up in the arena ever?
Not that I know of, but I know that like if you're using the Caucasian flesh color, bare Caucasian legs, you can find those. Maybe not in the Armory Experience, but they're out there. Yeah. They are obtainable. Yep. So,
are there bare red feet? I don't think so. If anything, it would be in the Furious 4, right? But I don't think they had bare feet in that one.
I don't think they had bare feet. And Belphegor had hooves.
Krampus had
hooves. I can't think of any off the top of my head.
No. Okay, so these are the first 6. The tails are interesting because like you get like a human. You have 2 human colored flesh tails, which is wild.
it seems, I don't know if maybe you were doing like a John Carpenter's It custom or something. Maybe they would be come in handy for that. But I was thinking about that today. Like I don't really want to put them on these figures as is. I'm trying to, think of what I could use them for that it would fit and not just
They
be
could
like
always be
weird.
fodder parts that you could paint.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, if you're looking to include all the parts that are available in a display, it's just going to look like, I don't know, just kind of strange for those characters.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess you could put like one of the helmets on it and, you know, kind of imagine it's some other race of
Maybe a
being,
half
you know?
demon or something, or like
Yeah.
a D&D would call them a tiefling, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that. So
Okay.
we'll find a workaround, I'm sure.
So we've got the Magnus head. I really like that gray
Yeah,
beard going on there. I think it looks fantastic. We've got
absolutely.
the Azar and Zazar head that we're starting to get in a lot of colors now because we have that in red and in green now.
And I'm kind of happy about that. I might even get an extra for that faction, you know,
Mhm.
with the demons. I feel like there's just not enough demons, so
Yeah.
you know, and that's not a big faction anyway. So being able to throw an extra character on that shelf, because I display by faction, so excuse me.
One of my all-time favorite figures is Bardrick, so it's cool to see that head getting
Mhm.
reused here and almost you know a flip side, like, you know, completely evil looking Bardrick than the good Bardrick that we are familiar with. So that's
Yeah,
pretty sweet there.
I also have a Fury Clan shelf, so whenever I can add another red skinned character to that shelf, that makes me happy. So I'm definitely excited about that one.
Um, do the boom boom holes come with the plugs? I don't think 1.0. I don't think any 1.0 figures have plugs for their boom boom holes. That's a 2.0 thing, right?
Yes.
So
I
none of these would have that
yeah.
unless it's
I've
something
I've
new.
never seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, but usually the belt covers it up, like the waist armor usually
Has
drops
that
down
flap.
low enough in the back that it covers
Yeah.
it. You know.
Yep.
Um, I want to make sure I don't ignore the chat too much here. Okay, and then we've got the orc painted the vampire color,
Mm-hmm.
and
Very cool.
then we have the Zendi head right in the bottom middle
Yes.
with the
Yep.
paint on the face.
Yep. And it's been reused a few times, but it's such a good looking sculpt. I don't mind it at all.
Yeah, and then we have he was not Demetrios originally, Belphegor originally, right?
Belphegor.
Yeah.
And it looks like there's some green like cracks painted
Yes.
on his head, which that is a really cool look.
And
I think
in the
that's the first time I
stream,
noticed that.
Joe put that head on Demistros.
Mhm.
And because of the green, like, you know, it kind of has that green in
Right,
that armor
like
too.
the
Like
patina.
it mixed up really
Yeah.
well. Yeah. It looked
Oh,
good.
awesome.
They had some great pop and swaps in that.
Right on.
So this is your first choice. You're gonna get in line, and the first thing you're gonna pick is one of these four. Now this is an interesting starting point. I would recommend at this starting point also having in mind your armor color too. Like at that point, because I tend to start from the armor,
Mhm.
but yeah, I would also be just kind of considering your armor color because when you start with this, like last year when you started with, what did you start with, the torso last year?
I think the torso, yeah.
Like you're kind of like picking your core color that you're gonna, like, you know,
Right.
either contrast off of or build off of or whatever.
Mhm.
So yeah, so there we go. So there's your first one.
And I
Um,
gotta say too, I'm happy they went with the bare forearms. That's nice because that's not a part that we have a lot of right now.
mhm.
The bare flesh forearms. So I was
And
really happy.
logistically, it's just like it makes the most sense
Mhm.
because then you're not, like, you can have the arms in this bundle. The arms can be in this
Yeah.
bundle instead of being in something else. And this is part of the problem with legs is unless you go with the Gaspar legs, in which case you might bundle them in with this, and then the first thing you pick is pretty much a full figure,
Right,
like,
right,
which kind of starts to eliminate a lot of the appeal of like, oh, I'm going to build my figure. You right?
right.
So like I think that gets to the heart a lot of it with like why they couldn't do bare legs. And we'll get to that
Yeah,
later.
right, right.
And so as far as these, all of these are here. So all of these will be part of the pre-builds that will be available online early, presumably early next year. Next year for sure. I don't know if it's gonna be like
Oh,
early,
I
early
got
or
you.
yeah.
Did they say now it'll be like it shows two figures here, but it'll be one figure just with the parts to build them either way, like
Correct.
with the helmet.
It's one figure with two different heads,
Gotcha. Okay.
and I just put them up here together because for just when I was building out this slideshow, it just was good to have the reference of like every single thing that is going
Right,
to
right.
be or everything that's going to be not exclusive to the con show. But yeah, just kind of like looking at these build outs for the pre builds. My favorite, even though I think like my favorite head out of the pre builds is the Bardrick red, the red Bardrick head.
Hmm.
I I think the bottom middle, the dark skinned with the Zendi head and the Calavius helmet, like that to me, like that dark skin with that rich like the iron color armor with that like, you know, copper bronze like whatever like accent color and stuff, like man,
Yeah,
I
those
love that.
bone splitter pauldrons are so cool too. It's like
Yeah.
such a great idea for pauldrons. Those are tough to beat. So
Mhm.
I think if I had to pick just one, I agree with you. I think that's the best pre-build there also.
Yeah, and I do love seeing that um the Marley secret head,
Oh yeah.
you know, the Iron Mask, like in this thing. Like I think
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah, with the smoke effects on the eyes too. That it's such a
I
cool.
never even it occurred to me to like try putting those things in there.
Somebody I think I was watching a show that Joe Vassapolo was on, and he had mentioned it before. I knew that those smoke effects fit, but I hadn't figured it out. I had heard him say it at
Right.
some point on some show that he was on. So
Give me 1 second. I just want to send a link to someone here.
okay.
Trevor, if you're watching, sending you the link if you want to hop on with us. Meant to do that earlier. Yeah, and I think like you know they dropped it down to 6 pre-builds, which is great because it's much more reasonable all in than 10
Yeah, that
figures.
$500 all in on the other one was. I mean that's a
It's a
chunk of
commitment.
change. I
It's a
I
commitment.
bought one, but it was a chunk of money, especially because it's right after Christmas,
Yeah,
and it's like right after I spent all my money, they dropped that, and I was like, nah, I gotta get it anyways.
I was in full blown dragon prep at that point, and I couldn't do it. And it's funny because before Legion's Con, I was like 100% buying the all in, and then the dragon was announced, and I was like, nope, I'm gonna have to save the money for the dragon.
Right, right. It just I needed the all in to be able to get all of them
Yeah,
for
to be
my
complete.
display. So I
Yep.
felt like I was committed to that. And I've had a lot of fun with the extras that I've had too. So
Yeah.
for sure.
And these are the leg options. So if you go across the top, top from the top left, those four, the blue, red, black, gray cloth pants, all four with the different leather boots, that's
Mhm.
sort of one similar cluster of legs.
Right.
The right, if you go to the right, the top two and the middle two on the right hand side, that's like your next cluster. It's like the armored upper legs and the leather lower legs. And then
Hmm.
you work your way to the left, the next four to the left, the blue, black, gray, red.
Right.
Those are the cloth with the half leather, like those are like the Valak lower
Yeah.
legs, right, with
Yep.
the leather feet, and then the fully armored ones on the bottom. So it's sort of like four leg types, and all of them in varying colors, sharing some parts. And we'll kind of break those down a little bit after. As far as exclusivity goes, this is wild. My Trevor, what's up, man?
Hey,
what's
Trevor.
up? Oh, my light's not on. Why is that on? Are we playing
You caught
D&D?
us?
What's going on? Oh, no. All right.
Well, Bill's ready. He bought a DMG, so
I did.
Nice.
You caught us plugging in thread and yarn and putting everything across with this slide right here. So the stuff that's circled,
Yeah.
that is exclusive to the convention.
Yep.
Okay. So that's a visual reference. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe less than 9 actually, because some of them share parts. But maybe 7 or 8 pairs of legs that you'd have to buy them to be sort of like parts complete at the convention.
At the
Yeah,
convention, right. And then you can buy the
I'm gonna have to come back and screenshot this.
Yeah, I can
Under
send you the
replay.
whole slideshow
Oh, okay.
later.
All right.
All right, so there's that, and I'm gonna have I have a more digestible way of looking at this information later. So, there's your leg sets. You have cloth with armor. You have cloth with leather boots, cloth legs, leather boots, armored leg, leather boots, cloth legs, armored boots, and then armored legs, armored boots. Those are your sort of like 4 things, and it's key to understanding. Again, I'll come back to that point later when I talk about why I don't think they could have done bare legs. Like they want to, like as a building thing, you want to be able to have a lot of different options to mix and match and not be locked in. Like if you have like,
to a skin
say
color.
you have
Yeah.
red skin legs,
Yep.
and they're the Gaspar legs. Those red skin legs go with exactly one torso, and there's no other options. Like that's it. Like there's no, it defeats the purpose. So that again, we'll come back to that.
Yeah. And that slideshow, it's like going shopping at the Gap, right? You're in there just like picking out clothes. So.
Yeah. Yeah. When you have a bear,
That's
you have
some
a
Gap. I
whole
wanna go to
bear
the
body
Gap.
or something like that. Like, yeah, you're just putting like layers on it. All right. So this is like this slide. I feel like this is probably the most unwieldy one to look at. Like everything's so tiny. It's so hard to see everything.
Right.
I'll break it down a little better later, but just
I
for
feel like
visually,
that second row from the top is going to sell out really quick at the show.
Yeah.
I think everybody's
the
going to
third
want
row.
those
like that third.
pauldrons with the skulls on them.
Mm,
yeah,
I feel like
they
those
all
are really
they all
popular
have
item.
yeah.
something very cool. Like
Mhm.
the bottom row has the Gideon belt, which to me right now is probably my favorite belt. Like that belt is awesome. I like that belt even more than the one above it, which is the Terpiculi belt. Right?
I love those pauldrons though.
Yeah, but and then that
Poxus
set has
pauldrons are great.
the Poxus pauldrons. The next setup has probably maybe like the best combo of things. I think like the most appealing like balance of things. It's got those skull pauldrons. It's got the like Magnus and Vorthog skirt piece, which was I felt like that was the one piece that was missing last year because there were only 3 belt armors or skirt, like waist armors last year, and I felt like it needed a 4th, and this would have been perfect for those like evil builds.
Right.
And then the top one is Valiant Knight all the way.
Yeah.
It's Valiant Knight waist, shoulders, and loin piece. So that's like very appealing to me because that's like one of my favorite combo sets.
Right.
So yeah, it's like, again, this slide, it's going from top to bottom. You're looking at the 4 different styles of armor. Going from left to right, you're looking at the 4 different colors of armor. So you have silver, you have black, like glossy black. You have that red, like a rust, kind of like deep rust red or almost like reddish brown. And then you have that, what I'm calling the iron color, which I think is my favorite of these. Though I was wrong last year
I
too.
like that iron color too. Yeah,
Like when I saw them in person, I totally
iron and copper,
changed. But
right?
yes, exactly. It's a
Yeah,
good
That,
combo.
I'm all
that
about
bright
that.
silver and gold on the far left, the second one down. I know that
Mhm.
bright silver and gold just looks so cool to me. Like
It does look cool. Yeah, with those skulls and everything, that does look cool. When in
with
that
the
row, I think that's
Mercurian
the coolest one.
with the Mercurian helmet that
Mhm.
matches that color combo. Like that
Mhm.
that's going to be a slick build.
And then the
Yeah.
bracers and the cuffs, they're all the same, right? In each group.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
They
what
look-
came
they
with
look
the
sweet.
the
The Raider, right?
the
Or
Raider
no,
skeleton Raider.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the circled ones are the parts that are exclusive. And this is where we start to see some mixing. There was some mixing with the legs too. It's kind of hard to explain where the like the boots, there's like a fifth color of boot that's like a black, like a matte black. And there's like a leg pair where in the pre-builds it's like split off and you can't get like, it's like a new leg combo in the pre-builds.
So wait, go back to that. So you're saying like with the armor, the upper legs of the armor are both the same in both those instances? Is that what the deal is? Or no?
So like the blue pants in the top row, which come in the
yeah,
ones that is the same
the
blue
leather boots.
pants on in the
the
second
same
row.
color,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
exact same color. Okay.
That's
Okay.
what it looks like to me.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
like,
lighting is like I didn't take these pictures, so like lighting is probably like it looks a little darker, but it's probably the same. And the silver has got to be the same color. So those silver on the
I
bottom.
think there's four armor colors. There's four armor colors. There's those four I mentioned. There's the silver, there's the red, there's the iron, and there's the black. Right.
Right.
But there's one pre-build. I forget which one it is, but there's one pre-build that has like the lower legs from one of these sets and then the upper legs from another one of the sets. And so it's like kind of split off like weird
Oh, wow.
with those.
Okay, so you got.
And then that happens here too, where one of the pre-builds, so most of these have the squat wide oval, right? And it's circling almost all the parts. I tried to like avoid circling the bracers because those are none of the bracers are exclusive to Legion's Con. But anyway, so you have like these sets that are exclusive, but then when you get to that third row, there's the black, the glossy black set, the belt and loincloth in the third row from that set, and then the red shoulder armor. Those pieces are exclusive because one of the pre-builds has the belt and loincloth from the red Poxy set, and then it has the belt. It has the black shoulder pauldrons. Let's see if we can find that actually.
So
That's a sharp eye.
yeah. So do you think
on
that
the right
those
bottom
two-
right here, on the bottom right here, I think it is.
Oh, you're not showing it. Oh, there we go. There you go. Bottom right. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. Yeah, it does
Make
different
sense?
shoulders.
So it's got the black shoulder
Yeah.
armor, but it's got the red.
Right.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah, sharp eye, Bill. I would have missed that. For
Yeah,
sure.
I was pouring over this today.
So do you think those two sets right there, or you think those are going to be the hot ones? Like those will be the black
No, not
brown
necessarily.
leather? No, you don't think so? Because okay.
Well, because like any one of these circled sets is exclusive to.
Right, they're exclusive, but there's always something that goes, quickly, even in with the exclusive stuff. And like if you can't get those any other way, and they're missing from a figure, you know what I mean? Like that you can get to complete the set. That maybe those two, people will think about.
I think more
those.
along the lines of Joe, where he's like, I think like the, maybe it'll be like the particular, like the red aren't like I don't know if this is, I'm just saying like a random thing, but like the red bone splitter shoulder armor. Like that'll be like a hot item. People will really want that because it looks good in person and it pops or something, and they know that it's going to be exclusive. You know, I don't necessarily think, or maybe it will be. Like maybe it will be those red Pox's shoulders, and they're like those red Pox's shoulders. I got to have.
Well, because
those.
everybody
That's the
wanted
thing.
that green torso from last year, and that went quick,
Yeah.
right? Like, well,
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't want it, but it went quick, and then everybody wanted it. You know, so-
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed. You know, that's where it's so hard to tell, like what is going to be the hot item. You know, I wouldn't have thought
it may
that those
just be the
cloth
hot
parts.
item. That's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that those cloth parts would be as popular as they were. I definitely didn't purchase thinking that they were going to be as popular as they were.
I
So
didn't
I'm
even
down
buy
there.
a single one with the cloth arms and legs
Oh,
at
really?
all. I had no interest in that. I wanted all of the armored. I wanted Valiant Knight parts. You know, like I wanted all that, and I still don't really. I'm not that into the cloth arms and legs. Like I'm kind of more into armored stuff, or bear. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
wanted
you gotta-
everything, so that made the hunt. You know, like I had to get them all. So you know,
Right.
You got to go into. It's getting more and more like there's stuff you need to get on the floor. You know, from basically from vendors. You know, not necessarily from the horsemen, depending on what pops up. But you got to plan for this. This is that STCC. Okay, we're gonna go here first, then we're gonna go over there. That should be a little less popular. The line won't be as long. But yeah, if you got to go in like 9 times, what are you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
There's 11 here.
10, 11. You got to get it. So is this the most that are
Yes.
not?
So
okay.
so you could
Mhm.
be complete.
With 11
Parts complete. If
11
you
builds.
carefully build, you have to very carefully like figure out what you know, like which
what you
ones
bought.
you need.
Yep. Mhm.
You can do 11 builds because this has
Mhm.
the most. It's 11, right?
Mhm.
11 sets. Even though there's parts from one and the other set, like that's
Right.
you got to buy 2 sets to get those.
Mhm.
So you could buy 11 figures at Legion's Con and then 6
Be complete.
more of the full all in of the pre-builds,
And
and
have
you
every
would
part.
you would have every part.
right.
Is this a sickness? Is this a sickness? Are we
I'm
off
not
sick?
gonna do it. I'm not doing it.
That's
I didn't do it last year either. Joe's the only one who did. This is the one with the sickness.
yeah, and
Joe's
I'll
not the only one. Joe's not
I'll
the only one.
happily admit that I have a problem. It's a really fun
I
problem.
know. I'm a completist.
Yeah.
I'm a completist myself. I know.
You know.
So you're gonna have to have diagrams and go in like I would have like a sheet of each one, like printed out, like from hopefully Kirby's gonna do his thing and like print it out and like go, okay, here's number 1 and number 2, and I'm gonna get that the first round. Then I'm gonna go number 3, number 4, and I'm gonna get 11 of them.
Yep. And I think like knowing the colors and like maybe naming the sets. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get the Valiant like I think Kirby does it, right? Like he'll say like Valiant armor set. That'll probably be what it's called. And it'll be like Silver Valiant, Black Valiant, Red Valiant, Iron Valiant. And then the next one might be Scally set or, whatever. Evil. I don't know how he's going to name them, but like he'll do that and it'll help you to like internalize this whole thing and categorize it all, and it'll be a little less overwhelming.
Yeah. Well, when Bill sends me this stuff, I'll use his hard work to build things with Kirby's configurator and then print those out is what I'm thinking. Because Trevor, I mentioned earlier in the show, like Brett Stoddard had like a spreadsheet last year.
Oh yeah.
No, I got all the parts. And I didn't do that. I would just try to use my brain, and I'm getting too old to trust.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And
Joe,
then you're
I
like,
wouldn't
probably
trust.
like
Not
digging through
no aspersions
the
on
ones you
you. I
already
would just
got.
say like,
No.
Did I get this yet?
Right? Yeah. No. I have poo brain. That's
way too many
those days are
combinations.
gone.
It's
I
way
need
too many
print out.
combinations, man. It's way too many combinations. Like it's just too hard.
Yeah.
Especially now, because like you go back to that, and then you go back to the legs. Like, you can't even go like by row. You gotta figure out like which ones are. Remember which ones are which. It's
Right.
Too much. It's way too much. Let me put this out there. You don't have to do this. You just go and have a good time.
Yeah.
And pick like 3 or 4. Like, what are these a piece? What were they last year? How much were they?
45, I think.
Were they 45? Oh, for some reason I thought they were like 55.
No, they were They were 55, weren't they?
Oh, were they
Say
55?
They were
I
They
think
were
they were
45
50.
online.
Now they are. I think they were.
well, yeah, no, there was some consternation because they were a little cheaper online.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
right?
I think. Yeah,
Yeah, I
remember
think they were
some people-
55 at the show.
Not
Rob
gonna
says
mention
they
any
were
names, but
45.
were they 45?
Maybe
I think they were
45.
45.
Okay.
I think maybe people were
Yeah,
expecting them to
okay.
be 40
Because that
like
was
a standard
before-
figure was 40
Before the
back in
price
time.
changes, that was the
Yeah.
problem because
Okay.
the standard figure was what, 37
I
at the
know.
time.
Oh!
Boots
If
is
you
saying
got
50
the
now.
well, if you got there wasn't the body pack like an extra $5 for the bare arms and legs.
Oh, maybe that
that
that's
was
maybe
$5.
that's-
So like,
I
if
think
you
that was
got
10.
it was $50.
I don't
Was
know.
it 10?
Whatever.
You're right.
But
it was 10.
It's-
I think before the price adjustment to even out the prices, I think that's what it was because I remember people talking about that
Because I picked up a body piece with every one, so it was 55 every time I bought one.
Yeah,
But I mean, you're talking about like 11. Well, I mean, okay, granted, you got to go and if you want to be a completist, you got to go and buy the 6 that come out later on.
Yeah.
So 17
495.
times 45.
It's $495, so a little under $500 to get, and plus whatever the 6 are going to cost to get a complete set. Hoof.
Yeah, that makes sense as why 55 would be in your head because 45 plus 10. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now. The left side, third one down, the Mercurian in that red with the
really cool.
dark, man, that looks
It's
freaking
really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
That's like it's not my favorite sculpt of all these, but like that's my favorite head. Like when you combine the sculpt and the paint, that head looks sick.
Yeah, the pink could go. So he said that that's not quite vermilious color, right?
No.
Like, is that what Joe
No, it's
said?
different.
Yeah, it's a little different. Yeah, because that would be a cool mix with that.
that's still going to be a really fun build.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the silver and gold Mercurian one.
I like that one too, man. That one's good.
I've still got a pair of white wings from the that Advent of Decay set, and I want to do like a winged Mercurian with the skull shoulder pauldron.
Kind of like
head. Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm curious if those little
Yosef.
wispy ghost eyeball things fit in the top row figures.
Yeah. Well, you could figure it out.
I'm
gonna
sure you
try
can
that.
make them.
No, it's right there. I could
How
I could
handy
try
is
it,
that?
but I haven't.
Yeah, go
It's
try
not
it.
near me. It's not near me. But
I bet you could make them if you heated them up.
sure. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They
So-
do. Oh, Kevin says they do not. Okay.
Oh, they don't. Okay.
Thanks, Kevin. Thanks for bursting our bubble. Kevin.
Oh, by the way, I don't know. Maybe it's spoilers for some people. Do people still like record football games and like watch them later?
Oh, the Eagles and the Cowboys are on, right?
Yeah. If anybody wants to throw the scores in there, I wouldn't mind seeing the scores of the game. Trevor, hopefully Eagles have that hangover, the Super Bowl hangover, and then the
Dude,
bad team beats the
I
good
don't
team.
even care anymore. I swear to God. I'm just like, I wait till like 3-4 games in and go, okay, I'm going to watch football this year because it's just like.
Larry, I don't know if you know this, but Larry's a Cowboys fan too.
I
and
know.
That's what he's
I
doing
know.
tonight. And
I
Chris is also watching the game.
I know.
He's
I
a
should be
Giants
watching the
fan, so
game.
he's I don't know, maybe hoping for a tie. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so these are the exclusive ones. Yeah. So the
Ooh,
ones
that'd
not
be
circled are in the pre-builds.
Okay.
Not circles. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And again, I have another way of wrapping our heads around this.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
So, and I think it's a little easier to kind of like look at the other way. All right. So this is the armor set. Everything is different. I think maybe a belt or two is the same, but like everything, like it's a different shield, different sword, right? We got this axe. Pretty cool set. I think it's fantastic.
That Warhammer is such a
The
great
Warhammer is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't love that shield. I feel that shield's overused, but like.
But it's like to me, it's probably the most
No, it kinda
gladiatorial
works.
one.
It kind of
You know?
works, yeah. Or I mean, yeah, the wooden shield. I
That's
would have
the
loved to see
Romulus
like
shield.
Neve's shield, but it's not ready. It's not ready,
Right.
so whatever.
And then what would have been cool too would be the sword. I forget what type of sword that's called. The one that comes with, it's like the short like Roman type sword that comes with.
Yes. Oh, with
with,
the
Atlas.
Leonicius. Yeah. The Leonor. Doesn't it come with the Leonor or the armies of?
Oh yeah, maybe it's both of them.
Yeah.
Comes with
Yeah.
probably both Atlas
Yes, Atlas
and
does too.
yeah.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Somebody in the chat can tell us what that's called. I forget the name of that sword. Somebody had mentioned it the other day. That's
Yeah, I think you had it. It was close. to
Gladius? Gladius?
Yes, Gladius.
Gladius.
Yeah.
Yes.
It took me a minute.
There it is, Odin. And then the hammer has the swap out topper to make the mace too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
which is great. Both
Yep.
of them look fantastic.
Mhm.
And then we have the gold parts.
This I feel like I don't know. Maybe something else should have been done. It's fun. It's fun.
I may just build a library of golden books personally.
Okay.
But yeah, it's fun. It's a fun, goofy little like.
I mean, golden
thing.
apples are a thing, right? Like I don't know about
Well,
like
Tales
one
of
golden
Gold Rat,
apple.
maybe?
The one
Yeah.
golden
the one
apple,
golden
like
apple, yeah.
that they throw into the
Mhm.
the wedding of like
Right.
Achilles' parents, and then it causes the Trojan War or whatever. Like,
There you go.
but
That's what
one. That's
Ambrosia,
one apple, not
right?
3.
Ambrosia was the golden apple, something like that.
Mhm.
Oh, was it?
So for me, I bought 12 relic guards, to have
Uh-huh.
on display. So I have a little case with the gold items from last year's Armory experience and the owl from the Gothotropolis Kickstarter, and that's like the relics that the relic guards are guarding. Since
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
I bought 12 of them, yeah. So
Yeah.
I thought that was a fun way to display these. They're like the,
I mean,
the secret relics.
They can, if
Wait,
you do
the secret
photography, they can
relic?
come in.
Is a doll.
That's it. Drink your Ovaltine. What?
Eric Miller's here. There's golden apples in Zelda.
Yeah.
There is gold apples in Zelda. Yeah. Yeah, these are fun. Like I put the little wolf or fox or whatever it was in the background of the one of the Einsenor or Einsmall shots.
Oh yeah, I remember
It's
that.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can find a
golden
use for them.
A golden skull would be toit.
That would be
Like a toiger. Okay, so all right, so we're back to this.
I love that first build. Yeah, I know you guys were talking about it, but I love that first build. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm painting
it's
one of my
so
Magnus
colorful.
heads
It's awesome.
with that gray. I'm doing that, and like somebody said, who did I see? Oh, the Euro guys. We're talking about how I think Mal was saying that would make a great Santa head, and I'm like, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm building
Yeah.
a badass Santa with that head for sure.
Mm.
That's what I'm doing.
Get a soft goods Santa hat to go on them.
Yeah, like kind of like the Fresh Monkey Fiction, like maybe a bare chested Santa with the jacket over the top. You know what I mean? And some
right.
pants and the boots.
Casual-
You got the
Casual
you got the
Santa.
boots. Yeah, hell yeah.
That Santa doesn't come down the chimney. He goes through the front door.
That's right. Or the back door.
yeah, the back door.
I'm careful saying things like that.
Well,
on the internet.
it's just innuendo.
People clip stuff, so
I think the point is that eventually some of us, Joji, are going to have at some point an enormous pile of gold treasure to flex on the rest of us.
I like to consider it a humble brag. That's all, It's just something I'm proud of to have a pile of.
Silver fox Santa.
Yeah.
Foxy Santa.
Foxy Santa. Sexy Santa.
There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is to me, this is much more digestible to look at it like this. Like all the silver parts.
Really?
Like this is
Okay.
this is the colorway, right?
Mhm.
Like there's the silver colorway. And you can see a little bigger, like the belt packs, like the armor packs, and you see everything that's silver that's there, and you can
This
try
is
to start
good.
building
Yeah,
a figure, right?
And they all look so good.
It's weird that they did the blues a little more like navy blue on the like
Kind of looks like they're wearing jeans. You know, like
Well, no.
Shorts.
Like I was talking about on the tabard and the belt over on the left there.
oh,
Like
right,
different
right.
blue. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
that makes sense, I guess, but like I don't know.
The
They
Gladiators are
probably won't.
sponsored by Levi's, so
Yeah,
Right.
that
that was
belt
where I was going.
and these legs might not look the best together, kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then the next slide, if I have this set up right, should be the parts that are exclusive to Legion's Con. So if you remove those, this stuff
Okay.
is exclusive to Legion's Con.
Okay.
And again, you see like those lower legs, like you can get those blue legs, right? With those other boots and stuff, right? With the leather boots and
Right.
whatnot. But like with these lower legs are exclusive to it. So quite a few silver parts. Only one, three of the heads are exclusive. So yeah.
It's a lot.
And then here's the red. So I have this for all the colors set up just like this. So here's the red. And again, I love that Mercurian head in this. And I also
look really good.
I also really like that the iron mask in these colors too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
this
it's
is
that
what's
weathered
exclusive.
metal. You know what I mean? Like there's
Mhm.
metal, and then it's got a wash over it or something. It looks really good.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say that both these and last year's, like the paint detail, there's a level of commitment that they made to like making these kind of like builders, right? I mean, I know they're not like $25 builders, but like they're in some ways like these kind of like generic characters. Like they went all out with the paint, and
They're like
super
deluxe
premium
builders
paint
in
apps.
the paint. Like they're deluxe builders in the paint. You know, what I
More
mean?
than
Like, the
deluxe
paint is really
builders.
nice. Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah.
So they're
all
kind of
the,
like
the paint detail, like all the rivets on the belts and everything were painted. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Mhm.
these were deluxe figures for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So this is there's a lot of red in the pre-builds, right? Like when you kind of go back and forth here. There's not a ton of exclusive with the red, so that's cool because I think this is going to be a popular color.
For sure.
And then the black, this is like
I think it was last year too, wasn't it? Oh well, no, there was a lot of those left over. Like I was thinking of those as like, Vorgus guards or whatever last year too. Like the red, I really like the red. I think it was.
I loved the red. Yeah. I thought the green was going to be my favorite. Like before the show, the green was my favorite, but like once I saw it in person.
I think they probably
the
ordered
red.
more of the red. I'd be interested. I don't know. I know they don't put out numbers, but I think they probably ordered more of the red than the green. Obviously, the green went quickly.
So this is a glossy black. So this should match up with your phalanxes or your black
the
knights.
vampire
Black
phalanx. That's what I was just thinking. Like, I wish I had bought more vampire phalanx now.
I have a decent amount of that stuff of phalanx parts in my bins.
I got a few phalanx, I think.
Last year, I forget if it was like the springtime. There was like an online drop of a lot of stuff, and I stocked up on some things specifically to just break apart and put in my bins so that I would have them at Legion's Con during the pop and swap session. So I should still have a good amount of that stuff, and this is what's exclusive. So
some of these parts, absolutely. Like mixing them with a vampire phalanx, I think. Like,
so those brown feet though aren't in any other brown boots throughout the whole set or whole.
Not.
offering?
I'm saying they're not in the pre-builds. Let me see if I can go back to the pre-builds. That specific brown boot is not.
Okay.
We have the light brown shoe.
No, but I mean that isn't in any other of the like your breakdown of the color sets or anything. No. Well, we haven't gotten the brown yet. So
I'm just saying I'm just saying you won't be able to get the brown shoes.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
On the pre-builds online. We've
Right.
got
Right.
super chat here. Did I miss another super chat before?
Yeah, Solo Sim.
No, okay, we had some other gifted memberships too. We had Wesley gifted 10. Thank you.
Awesome.
Okay, Figures gifted 10. Joe, of course, gifted 10 earlier. And then we got a super chat here. 20 Canadian, just showing some appreciation for pulling this all together for us, Bill. Yeah, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah,
Hey, 20
You're
Canadian is
welcome.
like $25 US now, I think, or maybe 40.
Yeah, dollars, not great.
it's real
Finally,
money now.
Canadians can.
Canadians are like, yeah, $20.
Did you say it's real money now?
Real money now. That was our joke on Offworld that Canadian money was fake.
Hey, I love the
It
Canadians.
wasn't. It was like Monopoly money. So,
In my new country.
it's just a joke. It's just a joke.
But thank you, Solo. Appreciate it. Yeah, so there's a lot of black that's exclusive, or at least a lot of parts from the black sets.
I like the gloss black armor with the matte black feet. I think that's a cool look.
Yeah.
The matte black leather boots, that looks good.
Yeah,
Not a fan of the glossy black leather boots.
Right.
That's me.
What would those? I'm trying to think of like what those would be good for.
Be a patent leather.
Yeah.
Would they be good for? Oh, I don't know.
Like what kind of a build? What kind of a
yeah.
character type? You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
A fabulous one.
This is one where
well, like
there's a
custom Star Trek. You could do some Star Trek.
yeah, you could do
Joe,
Spock. You
I
could
have
do,
thought about actually.
mirror Spock with his glossy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't
this is
everybody
one of
steal
those
that.
sets where
Looking at you,
you're
Emil.
getting a half pack exclusive. So like actually every single one of these is a half pack exclusive because none of the bracers are exclusive to Legion's Con. All of the bracers are going to be available. You might only get one side or the other, but like at least singular, and maybe you'll get them both in the pack. I don't know, but like singularly, like they're all there. And then I think my favorite like armor colorway of the set is
color.
this.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the wash on this. Look at the wash on those legs on the bottom.
Yeah.
That looks so good.
It does.
I
And
love
it's
put some of
similar
these-
to the Revenant color, right?
That's what I was going to
be
say. They put some
yeah.
of these on the Revenant and it looked great.
I will say that the upper right ones look weird with the leather boots. It just looks like a weird combo. It's cool, but it's a weird combo.
I think for a mounted knight, that's the only time I could think of where you'd want to have like soft boots.
I know it's this dude right here.
Yeah.
It looks good here. I don't know why. It looks weird by themselves. I don't know what it is. But yeah, it does look good.
So there's a lot of this color. So there's a lot of red and there's a lot of this color in the pre-builds. Because you're not seeing a lot left over that is exclusive.
I can see how those could mix too. Yeah.
But I will say this. There's only one. So the bottom belts, those are the Gideon, which is, like I said earlier, like my favorite belt. If you go through, a lot of them are exclusive. The silver, the one that comes with the silver set. So that like lighter, what do you call it? Leather. That's the only one that's going to be in the pre-builds. So
favorite belt, least favorite modern pauldron. I just don't like those.
Yeah, I'm not huge on those pauldrons either.
I will tell you what's fire. The helmet that came with Jacob Marley with that fire, those things, the smoke. Oh my god, those are cool in that fire color, man.
Which pauldrons were you saying you didn't really like?
The Swig pauldrons.
The Valak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Valak
I think when we get the Leandor soldiers and start getting into that more of that Romanesque look, that those
they work with that.
More,
yeah.
I think those are going to get more popular. Like,
but don't they have their own newer version of that?
Probably, but I mean, with this, like a Mercurian soldier with those pauldrons and like a metal look, will look really good. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about them. I don't know if it's the way they fit. I'm not really sure. It's just they're not my favorite.
They flare up a little bit on the front for me a lot of times.
Yeah.
I love the Valiant Knight pauldrons. Like that's I think those are like
the Pride of Leandor are
pauldrons
completely different. Those are like I don't know if I got to share with this, but this is the
Yeah, there's that type of armor is called like
swap that
lamellar
Right,
or
hold on, I gotta
something
pull
like
this
that,
down
right?
first.
Yeah, these are different.
Yeah,
But
but it's
like
a similar.
like, yeah, like it's like that. What do you call that? Like when it's like stepped and so that it can move, and yeah. But yeah, different.
Lobstered? Is that kind of?
Ooh, that you might be right. The chest is definitely like a lobster look. Yeah.
All right, so
banded.
so there's a lot, but if you want armored lower
So
legs,
those are exclusive. Yeah, that I
this
tell you
stuff's
what,
exclusive.
I think you're right. I think that the fanned head, the gladiator head on the right is going to be hot.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that one, but I also think
legs
this
too.
one.
And this one, yeah, and this one, yeah. Mhm.
I think the iron full night legs are going to be popular also. That just looks so good.
Mm-hmm. And I think this colorway in general will be very popular because people will have the Revenant in hand at the show, and like you're more inclined to be like, yeah, let me pop it with that,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are the four. I'm calling these non-aligned. Like, I guess in some ways, like the lighter brown is paired with the silver in a lot of places, but for the most part, these have none of the armor. The four armor colors are not present in these four leg sets. Does that make sense? So these are like the random like rogue legs of the whole experience.
Mm-hmm.
I guess in some ways maybe similar to like the leather torsos last year.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right.
But this is a big source of those lower leather legs.
Those boots are going to be hugely popular. I mean, I know that
Yeah.
you can get them on the barbarian and stuff like that, and they're coming with other figures. But I think these are going to be.
This is like
sellers.
a huge injection of that into the supply of collectors and customizers and stuff.
Especially the brown ones. I just think they're going to be like really.
And these ones are exclusive to Legion's Con.
Yep.
Everything else you can get in the pre-builds, but these upper legs and these lower legs are exclusive. And then if you actually look at all of the legs together, you'll see that it seems to be 5 different, here it looks like 4, but there's actually, if you go and you see the black gloss set,
okay,
it's got,
go ahead.
Maybe that's lighting.
But like, I was just gonna say, now I know why I don't like. Now I know why, like, I don't personally like the gloss black, because they're a pain in the ass to shoot. Like, they're just like they're there. You got to backlight them to get the edge. Again.
Right. So maybe these, if anything, these would have to be the glossy boots.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you think it's possible that those are the glossy boots?
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Bottom middle, flat black boots.
Yep.
Do you think it's possible that because the black gloss knees are so glossy that it's making the gloss toned down of the boots, and that those are actually not flat black boots, but those are gloss black boots?
No, I think those are I think those are flat black boots. Yeah.
Okay.
No, those look like flat black boots. Yeah.
The
way
the
that
light
lighting
seems to
is
be
hitting that,
bouncing
it's
off of
soft,
them differently.
It's hitting it softly. Like those gloss black, that's the way everything, like those vampire. Whenever I have to shoot like a vampire or the black knight or something like that, you have to backlight to get the edge of them. And I know Brad shoots with flash and stuff. I shoot with continuous light, so it's different. But they're a pain. It's a pain. It's a real pain because it's glossy. It reflects light differently. And no, those are flat. Those are like a semi-gloss, I would say, black or
yeah.
Like
your typical like sort of leather.
Yeah, like
color.
worn leather, like tanned leather, like boots.
But the ones on the right are, I'm calling them dirty gray. They might be black too, but they're like they have browns and stuff. They're dirty in the toes, right? Like
love it.
that's
they're steel
definitely...
toes. Steel toes.
Hey, I've got some of those.
But yeah, so there are, across the different leg sets, there are 5 different leather boot colors, at least as it appears here.
Yeah, so cool.
And then I did want to talk about like why I think it wouldn't have worked to do bare legs. And that's one of those things where it's like, how could you do gladiators and not do bare legs? And I think first of all, just philosophically, I think like the Armory experience is primarily about building. I think that's the first and the foremost thing. It's about building cool figures, and the character type is second to that. Like I don't think the character type, I don't think they're trying to make perfect knights or perfect gladiators this year. If they wanted to make perfect knights last year, they would have included heraldry, maybe cloth goods, plumes, stuff that made them less like castle guards or just basic guards and, you know, soldiers, and more like knights, right?
Right.
Same thing here. It's like, I think that in order for it to be a good system where you go in and it's efficient and there's a limited number of options, but the options are there, the options that are there, you can mix with anything. You can mix almost anything with anything else, right? Whereas if you have green legs, they're only going on the green guy. You're not going to put, I mean, maybe for like a Christmas decoration, you might put the green legs.
You got
on the red
you
guy.
got a limited amount of combination. Yeah, but nobody's going to want to do
Well,
that.
you could
It's gonna
put
look
the
weird.
green legs on the Caucasian one and be like, I'm a half orc, just the lower half.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
That works for some of the ladies.
I've been saving that
But,
pun for a while now. Yeah.
Here we go. Dad joke.
Green legs and ham.
and ham.
I nearly said that. Thank you, Nate, for beating me to the dad joke. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Nate, for embarrassing yourself instead of me.
I didn't say that. Yeah, that's the same reason. Like the sandals, like as soon as like I'm like, you know what? When somebody said they were going to do gladiator, and like I had no foreknowledge of this, I haven't asked. But when somebody said sandals, I'm like, they could have produced those sandals ahead of time and had those going for this. And when they said gladiators, I'm like, that's a pretty strong bet. But it's the same thing. Like now you got to match a skin tone, and you got to have like kind of bare lower legs for sandals at least. Like you could be wearing like I guess pantaloons or something like that. But like,
and they could have done
same thing.
They could have straight up done parts that they already have. They could have done Gaspar with bare feet in an arena on a sand. Like they could have done him. But when you do that and you have feet, lower legs, thighs, all in one solid color, it only goes with its matching torso.
You may as well sell that part as a set. Yeah,
and then you're buying a whole figure that you're like, okay, like Joe said earlier, now I'm just dressing up my figure. It's not really it's not a pop and swap building experience. You're just sort of decorating a figure. So
yeah, I'd prefer like a Legion Builder wave if they were going to do just full
something
bare
like
body.
that.
Yeah, for sure. Over the Armory experience.
And so, you know, the other possibility would be, and this is where it starts to really fall apart, would be like the only other real way to do it is to have one color only. Like you just have one, maybe just regular Caucasian human flesh, and that's it. That's the only skin tone you have in the whole thing, and then you have different armor colors. Which you could have possibly done it that way. I think,
or even two. You know what I mean? But then like the two human, you know, more human colors or something like that. But then like this is mythology. This is fantasy. Like you want to see different, you know, different.
So
creatures and characters.
It would also have been possible to include one of these two with this, where you're having the lower leg armor be separate as a thing that you pick out. So you would have this included with this, right? So, but in that case, you have a forking decision, which is, do we go with the new barbarian lower legs, or do we go with the traditional ones? Right? If you go with the traditional ones, you eliminate the leather boots, which everybody wants. I think what I saw the most was people were saying, why couldn't you do the barbarian lower half of the body. The barbarian with those boots, like you got those boots in here. Why couldn't you do a few sets? Like a few of the choices be the barbarian lower sets or upper legs, you know, and the boots and stuff. But like when you do that, you eliminate everything else, and the only option you would have would be every single boot set would be this, because there's no other boots right now.
Yeah.
Until, you know, the next wave comes out.
And you got enough forking choices anyway, so you know, it's like
it's
another forking choice.
So,
I gotta call out Rob here. Like they're called Caligay, not sandals.
What are?
Okay.
Oh, the sandals.
Okay, Rob. Is that what you wear with your long black socks, Rob? The Caligay?
I think everybody should wear Caligay to the con and walk in front of Curtis.
In front of Curtis.
I'm not Italian.
They're not sandals. They're Caligay.
I'm not Italian, so they're sandals to me.
They're not Tivas. They're Tevas.
Love you, Rob.
All right. So let's just like imagine what would happen, right? If you wanted to do, let's say you want to do all 6 colors and you wanted to do leg sets in all 6 colors. Here's what would happen. You would have 4 leg sets just to get the 4 Caucasian sets on the 4 different ones of these. And then you would have all of these, and that's just one boot type. So you have, is that 20?
So this would be your only option for boots. It would be the boots. Is that
you would have to have only these, or you would have to have like 100 different leg sets so that you could have different armor parts. I mean,
you saw my calculation. There's already 24,560 something odd combinations of these.
I'm not even talking about combos. I'm just talking about things you have, like options that you have to pick for legs, right? Like just 2 different boots. And you would have 48 choices of legs, right?
Now you could do the upper and lower leg so that you could, like, again, it's going to look goofy, like a pantaloon, like it stops at the thigh and it becomes a fleshy leg, which is a little, I don't think we've seen that in here yet. And I don't think we're going to, because it's going to look weird, I think, but I don't know, maybe it's possible.
I think the most realistic would have been to go with this and then use maybe 4 different of the lower, like all of our classic lower legs. But I think people wouldn't have been happy with that. They would have been like, why wouldn't you use this leg and have some of them have this boot? And it's like, you can't have both of these.
Right.
Like you just can't, it just wouldn't work in a system like this.
I mean, gladiatorially, it would be like, it's something we don't have, but it would be like a front, what do you call that? Not a grave, because that just the front armor and the back leg would be bare. You know what I mean? That's the kind of thing a gladiator would have. You know, they'd have.
That's what.
It's not a full armor piece.
Doesn't the Leandor guy have something like that? Kind of.
Let me check.
But it's this style of boot. It's this compatibility, right? So I don't know. Maybe it's something they could have waited on.
Yes, exactly that. That's exactly what the Leandor has. It's got So you can see the back of his leg there. I think if we go around the back, there you go. Yeah, bare leg. That's a gladiatorial. I mean, this is based on Roman times, which is when we had gladiators, obviously. And this is what you would have if you were a gladiator. You'd have the sandals. You'd have maybe a wrap around there, and then you might have like kind of a cheap, couple of mismatched pieces of armor on the front of your legs or something to help you.
So if they had waited a year so that this was available.
Yeah.
And then they
But this is also double jointed knees, so like we don't know how that's going to work out with, popping.
I think they said those lower legs will be compatible with like this over here.
The full lower leg. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Like, well, no, from there's like a piece below the knee, just like this, where it would be.
Oh, you're talking about the cut there. Yeah.
The Leandor boots should fit with this.
So the armor is attached to that lower part.
Yes.
Just goes over the calf.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah. If we pull that up again, hold on.
Yep.
Keep that there, Trevor. Let me pull this down.
Yep. So this armor part is attached to this
To the-
half
yep.
of the that
So it's
part
a
of the
boot cut.
Correct.
It's a boot cut. No, it's
But
it's a boot
But this
cut.
upper
and
part of the armor, this knee armor, is attached to that
it's
lower
attached. Yeah.
leather part right there. Yeah.
So maybe they could have done that and had this
Yeah.
leg setup attached to the torso, like with
Mhm.
like in with these, right? You
Mhm.
get the torso, you get the arms,
Yep.
you get the head, and you get the upper legs, right, down to the knee, down past the knee.
Right.
And then one of the armor choices is the lower leg,
Right.
whether you get the Leandor ones or you get the Conan boots, or I guess those would even still, like next year, those would be because then you'd have the lower legs from Atlas, the fur boots, like those fur boot kind of
Mhm.
things, right?
Mm.
So you could theoretically have done it a little bit differently, maybe in a year or so.
But you'll have those in a year. Like you'll be able to do that if you can
Yeah.
paint a little bit. Like you'll have the
Right.
flesh colored ones. If you
Yeah.
want to do green, you can have that. So if you really want to make it more gladiatorial, it'll be there.
Anyway, that's my long-winded way of saying.
No, that was
I
great,
don't
man.
think
That was
I don't
awesome.
think they. I bet they thought about it, but it just wouldn't work. No matter how you do it, if you do it with the Gaspar full bare legs, you're at the point where there's no actual like choice. You're not making a choice. You're just buying the legs that go with the torso. If you do it with either of the other two, you have this like forked decision where you have to go down one path or the other, and then like a certain path ends up with like a billion different options because you have 4 armor styles across 4 colored of armor across 4 different colored legs, or 6 in this case.
Yeah.
Like
The logistics of choosing the choices is pretty daunting. I gotta say, it's like it's got to be some. I've never been involved in those meetings, but like it's got to be some kind of meeting, man. Like there's a lot of choices to figure
I
out,
think
like,
this
what's
is a
gonna work.
solid choice the way that they're doing it, though.
Yeah,
because
I think it looks great. I mean,
the
like
pants and the boots, like for demon builds, I could see an armor lower half,
mhm.
looking really good with the more demonic looking characters. But like a human, I'm already thinking about like with the Atlas head, taking the armor off and putting him with the axe and doing a photo like he's chopping wood, outside of a homestead or something, because he's got that bare upper body, but like
sexy, Joe. Sounds sexy.
yeah, like just looking good, rubbing some baby oil on
Just
before you got some
fire
wood.
helmet on. or
Chris
something.
Evans
Right.
just ripping logs in half.
right.
Yeah, there you go.
I think this is fun. Like these are fun fantasy characters, and like you're gonna get parts that you can use. If you're not too precious about like, hey, this is the one I built at Legion's Con, and I gotta have it. There's gonna be.
That's why you got to build a couple. Build your precious, and then build another
your
one.
Precious. And there's gonna be a couple that you're just gonna want to like tear apart when you get some other figures down the line too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And like one thing I didn't see a lot of people doing until I did it last year
retentive, but
was like pulling the legs apart, right? Like, so you're gonna buy. Where's the leg set? Where's the leg? Like you're gonna buy a leg set.
for sure. Yeah,
pull those boots off and mix and match with some of the, like, this is why buying multiples is fun, right? Like you can then mix and match parts, like even among those.
If anybody's got barbarians, like I've got like 4 barbarians now, and I've made different things out of those barbarians. You know what I mean? Like I have one standard one, and then the rest of them are just all over the place. And I got a build somewhere. I don't even know where he is. That's got like kind of a custom head with like a black bear hood on it. And I want black boots. Now I was going to paint those, but I'll pick them up here and I'll take those black boots and put them on them. And there's my.
I know that last night I dug through the parts drawer and I've customized a couple red Krampus, used them for other things. So I had leftover hooves with the black, piece at the top of the hoof that I'm already thinking about using for some of those demon builds.
I'm excited about the red. The red parts too. The red chest part. That's gonna be cool for because I'm all about the Fury Clan. I got like a lot of Fury Clan figures, so that's gonna be great.
Yeah,
For that.
yeah. I have
you got
a Fury Clan
Baldric.
shelf, so yeah. And we have like that red vampire head and
Yep.
the red head.
I
From
think Joe
last
put that
year's
on the other day,
Cosmic.
right? Didn't he, or did he put the white vampire? Oh, he put the white vampire head on the white body.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the red vampire
Right.
head too. Yep.
Yeah, there's a red vampire head, and there's the red Magnus head from the Cosmic exclusive from last year, the Cosmic figure. So, there'll be definitely some pop and swap.
They put the dark-skinned human body on the red armor, and it looked crazy good. It looked really good.
I love that head. That painted skull war paint is really cool.
I really liked the orc one from the video game figures.
Yeah.
That had the skull painted on. There's just something cool about a painted skull. So.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I'm less about the demon heads. I mean, that's cool and all. I don't know. Those are my least favorite. I think the two demon heads. Those would probably be helmeted characters or something. For me,
I really think that the Hoxus faction needs more characters, so those will probably find their way into that faction in my display,
fit in good
just
there.
to fill it out a little bit more.
Yeah.
I feel like the most unique thing here is almost that Belphegor, right? Like, did they say that? What color is that? Like, does that match up with anything?
I don't think that matches up with anything.
That's like
honestly.
that's a new color.
That's completely unique.
Yeah.
It's a cool color. I don't know what you'd do with that. Like, I don't know what that would be within. I mean, we are opening up new worlds though, so who the hell knows?
Yeah.
There it is with some red pants and some of the glossy
It
black
looks
stuff.
cool. It looks great.
Yeah.
That's a good build. Or black pants would be cool too. With the
So Xenothon is a lighter gray, right, than that one?
I'm not sure. I would assume so, but
that's the only gray body that I can think.
I feel like it's probably a more solid gray. Like these all have like shading and like faded like color transitions and stuff throughout the musculature and whatnot. Like these are all much more detailed paint apps on these torsos.
Xenothon is like a gray. It's like real mid.
It's a very flat, very like straightforward gray. Without
and this is like a bluish
it's meant
gray.
to be that that Motu type of look. So yeah, this is
right.
This almost seems like it has some like black wash in it or something.
Yeah, like the Shadow or Grunt is a dark, real dark gray blue.
Yeah.
Shadow Orc Grunt. That's like a brown, basically.
Oh, yeah, that is brown. Yeah, you're right. That does have
browns
that,
and blacks.
Yeah, that.
Let me pull up what you're scrolling through. Hold on a second.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I was live. There's the Shadow Orc Grunt. That's very dark.
Yeah,
it's much different. That's a great figure.
Could look good with this armor though. That skin color, could be kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think anything. Even the Shadow Centaur, is very blue,
pretty light
color.
Wow, Luca rocks. $20 super chat. Thank you. Went to Legions Con last year because it was close to my area and ended up loving it. Your channel has been an amazing help since then. Thank you.
Awesome.
My pleasure, and thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated.
Are you going this year, Luca? Obviously, if it's near
you gotta go if it's in your area, right?
Yeah,
you can't not go if they're.
You gotta go anyways.
Yeah, even if you have to come from Sweden or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there could be. Yeah, Brick.
Oh, they got the Armory Gladiators up here already. I didn't even realize that was on the site already. Okay. There you go.
So cool.
Yeah, that's some good looking stuff.
Yeah, these demons will have helmets in my. They'll definitely have.
Well, like the Belphegor head demon, because I bought extra Frankenstein's creature, throwing those
Mhm.
the clothed lower legs on him and some hooves and give him some height, where he kind of towers over the other figures a little bit, with the size of that head, maybe some dark wings like
Trying to think
the
of a Frankenstein
from the
creature. That
unknown
might have a
one.
good head. Interesting.
Mhm. So yeah, these could be fun to buy some extra sets when they come out with the all-ins. Just
Yeah, it's a little too on the money, I guess. The Frankenstein's head, you can't really get away with doing that as a character outside of Frankenstein. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe in Cosmic or something.
Well, they could theoretically retool it the way they retooled the torso.
Yeah, without the stitching or whatever.
Scars,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true. Yeah. It's a
or if
cool-
you
it's a
painted it
cool
like
head.
red and the stitching just looks like from battle wounds,
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, I'm
kind
not
of-
as not. I think I'm not as down with the demons being gladiators because I just don't think like you'd be able to contain a demon. You know what I mean? In terms of like making him fight in a
Maybe they volunteer for it because of their bloodlust or something.
maybe it's true. Maybe the money's good. Who knows? You're down,
Right.
down on your luck,
And-
demon. You know what I mean? Like,
And the green one seems to be it looks like a match for the orcs,
this
And
is
I
a
think
great
Yeah.
color, man. I love this
Yeah.
color. This paint is
We-
nuts.
we just
Love
I'm
that.
sure everyone has tons of extra orc heads,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anybody
they said
that-
orc heads would work. It fades into a darker black as you go onto its back,
Mhm.
Mhm.
but if you
That's
just
okay.
pop an orc head on there, they said it'll look pretty good.
just an orc that spends a lot of time in the sun. So
Yeah.
that's how orcs suntan. So
I love this. You know me, not a big fan of Magnus, but I love this head, man. This is great.
yeah.
You like it because it's not Magnus.
It's not Magnus.
The white orc is really cool too. Like I think that's gonna fit in with the vampires very
That
well,
head
even
is
without a head swap. Yeah.
Like totally transformed. Like it's unrecognizable
Yeah,
to me.
I
Like,
know.
You know what I mean?
thought
Like,
it was.
I don't even.
thought it was new at first too, but I mean, I know it's not. But it looks completely different.
Right.
I don't know why he's a pale orc, but maybe he's a half orc, half vampire. I don't know. Maybe he's just a introvert.
Well,
Yeah.
the phalanx has that like orcish kind of head in
Yeah.
in the helmet. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it fits.
Powder. Powder. Remember that movie?
Powder orc.
The Powder Orc.
There you go. Yeah, that green looks great. This is a great build. I love this.
The only thing that's weird.
This,
We were
I'm not a
talking
fan of either, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. It's cool.
I love it.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just associate that so much with the
With
that
the character.
that I
Yeah.
just can't break away.
They
from
made
it.
a good point where
especially
it's
with
like-
all the accoutrements around it. I think if it didn't have the braids or something like that, it might feel different. But I don't know.
They made a good point about like this being, characters like these being
Mhm.
almost in the same vein as the Motu tributes, where it's like they're part of the lore, but they're not, to be taken.
Canon.
They're not going to
Yeah.
show up in a book or something.
Right.
Well, they haven't told us yet how Fury Clan, members are made Fury Clan.
Mhm.
I've been kind of hoping for quite a while. There's an old anime called Record of Lotus War,
Mhm.
and the berserkers in that are actually possessed by a demon of rage. So
Mm.
like when they rage, it's not
Yeah.
they're not just angry, it's like superpowers
Yeah.
because they're possessed
like
by
that.
a demon. So
I like that.
I could see where in something like this, maybe, he's an
Bardrick
elf,
was,
but he's been possessed by a
Yeah.
demon, and that's why his
Yeah.
skin turns red. And to me, that would make it fit a little better in the.
That's true. That's like it's like maybe a timeline alternate thing. Like Bardrick is taken by the Fury Clan or whatever, or infected. or whatever
And
the hell.
this could have been Bardrick's cousin,
Maybe
not actually
bad Drick.
Mardrick. It's a great combo of colors, man. These, I'm kind of sad that these don't match the Vargas Vermilius
Yeah.
reds, but I get it. I don't know. All
I
right, Brad, you
reposted my when
get
I
pissed
saw
at me,
this,
Brad.
I reposted my Vargas, my Vorgus with the Varg torso and arms.
Vargas. Yeah. This is fantastic.
This is
Oh
my favorite
yeah,
of the builds.
Varg. Well, when people are talking about bare feet, you could take Varg's feet. You know,
Yeah.
if you wanted to.
Yeah. With this one, yeah, for sure, you could have bare feet on your.
He'll have
Yeah,
the
hell yeah.
he'll have the
That would
silver
be
on
cool.
there, but you could
Right.
probably use it with the I bet that would work well with the iron color. You
Yeah,
know, if you
Right.
start kit bashing and swapping.
I like this build. I don't like this with the pauldrons though. I think I would do the Poxus.
I
pauldrons
love
on
those
this
colors with
character.
I love
the colors. I think I would do the Poxus pauldrons on this character. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Just feels more. These just feel too bulky. I always feel like the big bulky ones on a bare body just don't feel right for some reason. I don't know.
Right.
Like it
what's-
feels good here. Like this works for me, but like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the side that
Yeah, like these, but in that other, in the black and gray and copper color. It's gonna be fun, kids. It's gonna be fun.
Too much fun.
Yep.
I'll be eating ramen noodles for a while when I get back from Legion's Con. I have that.
I'm
feeling.
starting a toy diet now and just like making sure I'm ready for it because
Just
I've
keep
been
coming with those super
I've been
chats,
slammed
kids.
lately with a lot of Hasbro.
Oh my
stuff.
god, dude. My Hot Toys is delivering everything in September. Like
Yeah.
there's like
It's tough.
6 figures that I have that are coming. And now most of them have been paid for, but still some of them hasn't. And it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. Yeah. I didn't realize that when I ordered them. I didn't look at the timeline of when they were gonna come through. And
it's
you know,
always
you never
hard to
know.
even-
You never
even
know
the,
with
like-
Hot Toys.
Yeah,
you never know.
they can be
Yeah.
delayed. They could
Yeah.
maybe rarely come early,
Yeah.
but like a lot of times they're delayed.
But there's literally like 6 coming through in September, supposedly. So crazy.
So
Yeah,
since go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Joe. I was going to say, yeah, I'm glad I don't collect Marvel Legends because
Yeah.
I collect right now. I'm pretty heavy into Transformers and vintage collection moderately still.
Mhm.
So it's been hitting hard. I'm so glad I'm not I cherry pick once in a while with Marvel Legends, but
Yeah,
So-
all the Monster Force stuff is coming through pretty soon too.
Joe, what were you going to say?
So just Bill, you and I talked about it a little bit. We can see if Trevor has any different ideas. Those demon tails come in every skin tone.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas for what you would use a Caucasian demon tail for? You know,
It feels like it would be like almost a rat tail. Like if you had a custom like rat head or something on the gray body. Like if you painted like a rat head, like a third party rat head, like this color, and then put the flesh colored tail on there, I think that feels like a kind of a rat, right? Because rats have like that could be kind of cool, right? I mean,
right.
I mean, I don't know why they didn't do it like a brown, because I think like any kind of flesh colored, at least, you know, Caucasian flesh colored creature. With
All
a
the humans
tail,
I know have
like a
different colored
minotaur?
tail.
Yeah,
from
right.
their skin.
Exactly.
Right.
No, but like if you're a minotaur and you have a minotaur upper body and it's kind of a Caucasian or a dark Caucasian body, you probably have a brown tail. You turn into fur on your bottom half with like hooves or something like that. So I think I would have done that brown as well. But you know, I get it. They're trying to match paint and just have it easy to kind of like, you know, do and put into a packet and not have any confusion. But
Right. I think the tails are a great inclusion. I don't know if I will use them all for the Armory figures, but other than like the human flesh tone ones, I don't know what I would use.
I think it's not a rat tail though, so I guess that doesn't really work. I don't know. I understand why they were doing it, and I was watching the show the other day, and I didn't really catch everything because I was kind of like half doing that and half doing something else. But like I know that somebody said that they were kind of like, you know, Jeremy and Eric were kind of looking at each other like, what are we doing with this flesh colored tail here? But I get that it makes sense for the packaging. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, okay, everybody gets a tail. Yeah, this is a little weird. You don't have to use it.
Yeah.
But there it is. You know what I mean? And
Put
you
it on the
paint
front.
it, you know, whatever.
Well, like the white one, like I don't know if I would put it on this character, but I think the tail would look good on a Varg. You know?
Yeah. That could work. Yeah.
The red one, I might not do it on like the red skin build, but it would look good on a Belphegor. You know,
if you put the red heads pack demon head, put that tail. That's
right.
That's what that's,
Yeah,
I think
something like
this is
that.
For like, I mean, the flesh colored one is weird. There's no getting around that.
Yeah,
But the rest of them could be used in different configurations with different things too. So
right. Yeah, it's just those like real life flesh tone ones. It's like I can't think of what.
to me, this is like the tails are like an added bonus, and like we didn't even really need the tails, you know, in this set.
Right.
Honestly, I could have done without any of these tails for pretty much any of these characters, and still been happy with the build.
Oh, for sure.
The demons it makes sense with, I guess, but like whatever. I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not complaining at all, for sure.
Yeah. No, I know. Like some of the demons, I would rather have like hooves on. You know what I mean? So like, I'll probably if I keep one of these as a demon, I'll probably go and find some hooves that I can like match up to the swap the feet out or whatever.
I bought a bunch of the red Krampus to use for customs, so that's what I was.
Hey,
doing
there's a pretty sweet demon looking devil right now available with some awesome legs that could go with some of this stuff.
Some nice feet on it too.
With the
and those are furry legs.
Yeah,
they could match with anything, right?
Yep. And that's tall too. That would be great on that gray Belphegor build.
Old man
These
Magnus.
legs could be cool. Yeah, the legs could be cool on something for sure. Yeah.
Right. Totally.
That would add some shelf presence too.
Even
that's a lot taller, right?
Yeah,
And
even the darker, human skin tone, like to have him go from that to, again, like that's more of a kind of a minotaur look. You know what I mean? Like they turn into like at the bottom is usually like more fur and,
And you can take
or
off that
minotaur, or it's like a. Like what do you call that?
Satyr.
Satyr. That's what I was thinking.
You can take off that waist piece, and just put a regular belt and loincloth on it to make that transition better. With if you're just going to use like one of these torsos.
Yep.
Right. And depends on what kind of demon you're trying to build, but the tail pegs for these fit right in the pauldron holes. So if you wanted to have like tentacles coming out of their back, for more monsters,
dude, that's a killer idea. Actually, that's a great use for that flesh colored one.
Mm-hmm.
Shh, Joe, damn, you just that's incredible.
Yeah. So that could be fun too. Fun way to use them.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
This is going to be so much fun.
And now they're only going to have one each, so now you got to get two of them. Like if you want, like the
now I need to clear up.
Now you got to.
Nobody's going to want their tails. Keep it a secret. Nobody's going to want their tails. But hey, I'll take all.
Everybody
those
watching,
tails.
don't tell
Searching for flesh
about
tails. I need lots of them.
Hey, hate those stupid tails? Send them to me.
ISO flesh tails. Vern's here. Your new name, Trevor, is going to be the 1/6 broker in September.
Yeah. I'm
because you're going to be selling, or because you're going to be broke.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to be broker than I am now.
I just got to get my shit done for Legion's Con so that I can make some money to then spend it all on other things at the show, which is what I do every year.
All right, I think we should wrap it up. I would have done a giveaway, but I am exhausted. This is my second week of school, and it's just like, man, I am so tired. It's a weird thing. Like the first couple weeks, it's such a like shift to like get that stamina back, and you're putting out all this extra energy to like get students like comfortable and like just to like transition into the school year. It's just so much energy.
It's wild, man. When I think about it, it's like you guys, like you have a job and then you get like 3 months off the job. And I know it's not all off the job, but like, you have to do some things, but then you come back to work.
It's downtime.
Like you come back to work and you're like it's like you're working with a whole new bunch of people. It's like if people went away from their regular job for like a month and then came back and everybody was different there, it would be like, whoa, okay, Jesus.
Yeah, I meet 70 new people every year.
Yeah.
And then have to like learn all their names and be like, like individually like become acquainted with them and like learn their learning patterns. And then you say goodbye maybe once in a while. I only teach 10th grade, so I don't ever really see them again anymore. I used to teach 10 and 12, which you'd have them 10th grade and then you'd have them again senior year, but I don't anymore. So it's like they're gone, and then it's like, oh, here's a brand new crew of people for you to meet. Even if it happened like
Rick is jealous of 70.
What's that? Yeah, I know. Like I'm lucky because we have only 3 classes a day. We only have 3 classes a day. I know a lot of schools, we used to have 7 classes a day. One of them was a prep. And so we had 6, and now we have 4 blocks and one's a prep. So we have 80-minute blocks. And so it's really nice to own, like, I'm very, very lucky to only have 70 students, but I'm also in a very, very high poverty, super high needs kind of a district. So it's very fortunate to be able to have those smaller total caseloads.
You should teach mythic math. That would be great.
Yeah, it's funny though, because even in like the mining industry, we have so much turnover now with people just not. I don't think mining is what they think it's going to be when they do it, and I don't have a great memory. So
really?
That it's
you go into mining and then you get into it. It's like, oh, I didn't realize we were going to be in a mine. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
this is not what I was thinking.
You'd be surprised how many people are like, yeah, this just isn't for me, and just walk out. And I don't have a great memory, so I tell a lot of people now, like, your name is Hey You until you last 3 months, and then after 3 months, I'll actually put effort into remembering your name.
I'm the opposite. I learn all my students' names, and then it goes right out. It goes right out the window once the school year's over, and I'm like, hey, you're gonna be Hey You next year.
I got to imagine that's a lot of teachers. Yeah, I got to imagine that's a lot of teachers, and you see them later, and it's like, oh, Mr. Janowski, you're like, hey, yeah, hey,
pal,
what's
going on, bud?
It's one of those things where that used to never happen. I always remembered I could always remember, but the older I get, the harder it gets. It just, your memory's not the same. It just happens.
Well, it's longer and longer. I
think too, like, just the digital world has created this, like, I don't know, just constant flow of
lack of long-term.
That's like,
Remember when you used to sit? Okay, I don't want to start a whole other thing because I know we're trying to get out of here. But remember when you used to sit at like a table, like you're having dinner with people, and you're like, "Oh, what was that movie that guy was in?" And you had to sit, and if you didn't think of it,
you just didn't.
That was it.
Yeah, I guess
like,
we don't know.
And then, oh my God, it came to me at 11 o'clock at night. I was laying in bed, and it came to me, and then I have to like call everybody the next day and say, and now it's just like, let me see, IMDb. Oh yeah, okay, it was that one.
There was an episode of
you don't have to remember as much,
right? There was an episode of Married with Children where Bud was teaching Kelly like physics and advanced subjects, and he said, but her brain is like a glass of water. When you pour new water in, the old water spills out. So she'd forget like basic life things, but she would remember like calculus. And that's how I feel like my brain is. Every time I learn something new, I forget something old.
It's probably the way it is. Yeah.
One cool thing we did this year at my school is we have these boxes now in the front of my room. or in the front, every single room. And this would not work unless they really committed to it and had every teacher do this. And we'll see we'll see how it goes all year. We're only in day 7 or whatever. But there's a box with 30 slots, and they're all numbered. And the kids walk in the room before they sit down. They stick their phone in the thing.
Yeah.
When they're all here, I close it, I lock it, I put it aside, and they get their phones when they leave.
Yep.
And so far, it's pretty amazing, like to see the difference with kids. Because before, like, you know, technically they're not supposed to have their phones, but there's only so much you can do. Like, there's only so much you can do when every single kid, you got 25 kids in a room, every single kid has a phone, and you're just going over to this guy and saying, put your phone away. Meanwhile, your back is turned to 10 other kids who are pulling their phones out, and it's, you know, at any given time. So
my sister's a teacher. My brother-in-law is on the board of the school upstate, and he put a post up. He said, like, our first day of nobody, like, soup to nuts, like beginning of day to end of day, no phones. Went great. Kids were great. Everything went well. I think it's good, man. I think kids will be fine. You know,
here they have.
I think it's going to be good for them. Like, dude, we went to watch Jaws the other day on a Monday. Like, we went to watch, and it was a small theater. It wasn't like IMAX or anything like that. There wasn't a lot of people there, but there was a couple of kids that came in. They sat down, and one of the kids, like, it's like 3/4 of the way through the movie, he's got his phone on. I can see the phone on, but then I start to hear it, like he's watching a video. Like, and I can hear it, and I'm looking at my wife, and I'm like, I lose my shit sometimes, and I'm just like, turn it off. I'm just like, this is bullshit. I don't want to hear you. Like, your voice. What are you doing? Why are you at the movies? Why are you at the movies? Why are you here? What's the point? But yeah, they need that.
Yeah,
I think it's good.
This is brutal. Having 36 kids, like, there's no way that you can really reach every kid when you have, you know. I bet he has 5 classes of 36 each. So he's got, you know, 150 kids total. A lot of schools across the country are like this. Thank God I live in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think New York is that one too.
Hedgehog with the $2. No hedgehogs in the Armory offerings. Interesting.
Jonathan's been having a lot of, like, he's been like a little offended lately about the lack of hedgehog. Seen a couple of posts of his that has just been like, "What?
Your time will come, Jonathan."
What? No hedgehogs? Yeah. What are you talking about, Rob? Old man Trevor with his what?
Well, he said old man Magnus with a tail earlier, which is hilarious. So now he's saying old man Trevor.
Oh, with the tail. Okay. Anyway,
Brick says they do pockets now. Like, what are those? Bag, like bat, like
that's what they have here are these pouches, and when they put them in, when they seal it, the phone just won't get a signal.
It won't get a signal, yeah,
at all. But my stepdaughter kept opening her pouch and got her phone taken away for 3 months last year, and I was furious because I paid for the cell phones. So I paid for a cell phone that a teacher had for 3 months.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but yeah,
I was like. It does kind of suck though with the phone things. Again, because of my old man poo brain, my youngest son has all my passwords and everything memorized. And sometimes I need a password and I'm trying to text him while he's at school, catch him like in between classes so I can get a password or something from him, you know? So I wish that I was allowed to text my son while he's in class just so that he can help me with things that I can't remember.
You got to wait till he comes home to help you with the VCR, Joe. So
yeah, he's the senior this year. So this pretty soon I'll just be able to bug him. I'll be able to bug him at work instead of at school. So.
That's right. Computer's not working.
Yeah.
Is this for real? Do I really owe this toll from the...
Well, it's
oh my God.
The password thing is the hardest.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Got caught up in that. Yeah.
Man.
They're getting good, man. I mean, I get phishing emails now that are like, I gotta go. Wait a minute, let me look, and then I look at the email and I'm like, that could be legit. But I'm like, nah, it's a subdomain, but it's not a sub. Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's very, very hard to figure shit out now. It's crazy.
Yeah, that my parents are in their 80s, and I'm pretty fortunate that they're getting used to asking me like, hey, I got this email and it says this, or I got this text, and they'll check with me before they answer. And then that way I can keep them away from the scammers, thankfully, because it seems like the older you get, the harder they try to scam you.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you're easier. Right.
Man.
My wife got something today for my business name that was like from the patent office or the trademark office or something. And like, it's, another company has applied for this name. And since you let it expire, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, I'm like, no, this is bullshit. Like, first of all, the patent office is not going to text you. Like, it's just, they're not texting you. Come on, man. You're going to they're going to waste money and send you 4 of the same pieces of mail, physical mail. like all in one, like you'll get 2 a day, like 2 in one day. And like, it's the same thing. It's like, what the hell are they doing? Anyway,
this is like, we're getting to the point where like, I'm at the point where I will not answer my phone ever. I don't care.
No, me neither. Nope.
Like what it is, I will never answer my phone. And like, it's like, God forbid someone's calling me like about my daughter at school or something. Cause like, I just won't answer my phone.
I have a Google
leave a message and
I set up the Google. Exactly. It has like I forget what it's called, but it's like an AI secretary. The phone will answer the phone and ask what the call is about.
Yeah, it screens the call. Yeah, I do
call
that.
Screening.
Yeah, I do that with every call. Yeah.
And I've had pretty good luck. Like if it's an important call, like something to do with work, they'll say this is so and so from work. And then it pops up as text on my phone, and then I know to answer it,
And the more
that's a great use of AI until you get an AI that is calling, and the AI is answering, and the AI can fool the AI into believing
the AIs can talk to each other. I did, yeah. It'll happen eventually, I'm sure. So far, I've had pretty good luck with it, though. A lot of telemarketing calls.
That's good.
They just hang up when the virtual assistant answers.
Yeah, same. Yep.
Interesting.
I want like, instead of the virtual assistant to answer, I want it to just answer in like fax machine noises. Like, so like, can I replace, I want to replace the like courteous, like,
right.
Hi, this is the Google Assistant. We are just screening this call to make sure you're a real human.
Right.
Leave a message if you are. I'd rather just be like,
or like
I wanted to do that.
Or like an Italian voice. Hey, yo, what are you calling over here for? What's this all about, huh?
Hey,
what are you wasting my freaking time for, huh? Something like that.
Busy over here. What are you doing?
Yes, your order's coming. Just tell me your address one more time and I'll get your order delivered right now.
That's right. That's right.
All right, I gotta go to bed.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody. We will be back probably in 2 weeks. So Trevor, we're gonna be doing Road to Legions Con starting Monday.
Road to Legions Con starts Monday. We're going to have for sure Brutal Realm. For sure, Josh Brown Customs, and possibly one more that I won't announce because I haven't got a hold of him yet. I'm trying to get a hold of him. But basically, what we're going to be doing is like a kind of a new, like a line creator, a customizer, and like a parts creator like every week. I'm going to try to do that. Like we're not going to meet that every week, but like
have a nice like mix, bit. like
yeah, not all the same type of people and et cetera. But Road to Legions Con, man, 10 weeks, crazy.
Woo! Can't wait.
Awesome.
Off-World Joe?
Yeah, Friday night. And then let's see, we'll have Off-World Friday, and
is this a bracket week? Is this a bracket week this week?
I just show up. I rarely know.
Will I be in the thumbnail and
I
not
just
be invited?
Yeah. Well, I'll see the thumbnail. Usually we see it on Thursday, and today's Thursday.
Yeah.
I don't know. I work a lot. I just show up and then try to be entertaining for a few hours. That's why I say I'm not a co-host. I'm a sidekick. So I don't really contribute much other than
you're a star.
Pretty face. Yeah.
You're a star.
But next week, there's going to be New to Mythics promoting the 1,000 Swigs event.
Yeah.
So
nice.
if anybody can tune into that, that'll be a lot of
subscribe
fun.
to New to Mythics.
New to Mythics. Terrence is going to be there, and he's bringing a bunch of guests. So
let's get to 1,000 swigs this year.
Hell yeah!
I think we can.
That was a super fun event. So
then we can move on to the next event, which will be 24,564 Gladiator.
I'm down.
Magnus with white human tail.
That's
right. Yeah, right.
That's the differentiator. Yeah.
Right.
All right, guys. All right, have a good one. Until next time, may the force be with you.
Follow me.